Good morning, everyone. Sorry I didn't have this scheduled better. It's the first of the month. It's the beginning of the month. And I will get everything posted up soon. I want to say thank you to everyone who wished me happy birthdays on Friday when I was with Caroline, and on her Instagram channel, and the happy birthdays through the Spectrum Art Creation people. And I kind of spend the whole month celebrating a lot like other people. So, yeah, we'll just perk along and see what happens. So, I've changed it to Make It Mondays instead of Craft Alongs. So, there's that. So, keep an eye out. It's still going to be Monday mornings. It's just I'm renaming it. So it's still Manage It Monday, Make It Monday. I try and work in my day planner a little bit. I don't happen to have it out with me today. I should get it out, but I pretty much know my routine today. I have a box to put in the mail. I still have another box to package. And I've had some thoughts about sales and how I want to try and approach this new year. I know it's already 3 months in, but I've been dealing with a little bit of stuff. First of all, I don't know if you guys can see this behind me if I move the curtain, if there's not too much glare, but I have transplanted all my monsteras. I broke them down and transplanted them. Comes to find out, I had 6 in the one pot plus 1 growing in the window. So there are now 7 monsteras. I have 2 in a bottom pot, little ones at this very underneath. Then there's another one in the big tall up there. And there's another one in the window that has 2. And then my 2 big plants are now in new pots as well. So plants transplanted. That really was something I needed to finish. And I horribly start things. Okay, not horribly. I start things, and I have a bad habit of not finishing them. If you haven't figured that out by the fact that I have so many unfinished projects. Yeah. Oh, I did want to show you what happened with last week's project. Let me go get it real quick. Dun, dun, dun. Get to last week's project. Oops, where did I put it? Not where I put it. Where did I put it? Things are falling and I've misplaced what I was grabbing. Well, par for the course. So, in typical Wendy fashion, I have relocated the item I worked on last week. And now I can't find it. So, I'll have to bring that out later, but it worked. It worked well. Milliput stuck to the ceramic cup perfectly. It did things I was so surprised and so stunned. I cannot wait to bring it out and work with it again. I have a couple of different projects in mind for it, new and different ones. Also, I went to a couple of yard sales on the weekend. And one of the things I acquired was this extremely full container of really, really quality shells. They're large. They're beautiful. And there's quite a few of them here. I mean, even the large, I believe these ones were called cowrie shells. But they're large, they're beautiful. I was thinking about selling a few, and then of course I was thinking about the whole milliput idea. And these shells are just exquisite. Oh, I'm missing some lights. No, I'm not. It's just one of those days. But extremely, extremely beautiful shells. And I am just ecstatic about the colors and the details on some of these shells. So very happy about that. I might sell some individually, and then I definitely plan on making some more little seashell trinket things or just display items. I kind of like how the shell works on a couple of the others. It looks like you could set something inside of them. But very, very nice, beautiful shells. Some of these had colors I had never seen before, and was ecstatic to find out from my other half that those are natural colored shells, that they do come in some of these other different colors. So really excited about dealing with this container of seashells. Wanted to show you guys just a few other things. Kind of even a preview, you might say. I will be on Friday's sale this Friday with Caroline, who, by the way, has a show right after this one. So if you do get a chance to go watch that, please go check out Caroline on her Monday sale. It's either Magical Monday or Miniature Monday. I'm not positive which one she's got going this time, but they're always fun. Let's see. I picked up all sorts of goodies at, over the weekend. Or not the weekend. Well, yes, technically the weekend. Yesterday. Had some great, had a great time. Oh wow, they look like they're all desserts. I found a older recipe box. I love the ones made out of wood. I think they're amazing. And it was filled with some old recipes. So this will be fun. Some of these, oh wow, those are, yes, some of them are blank. But a lot of them, like, let's see. There's, oh, here we go. Oh, I've never heard of this. Oh, look at how old that card is. So this was from Mrs. Bloomfield. And it's Divinity Fudge. Check out how old that card. Hello, Maria. Nice to see you. Check out the age on that card. And the notes on the back for Divinity Fudge. I know Divinity, but I don't know Divinity Fudge. That might be fun to check out. Then there's some other older recipes. We've got a rum nut cake from Delma Robinson, and it's made in a bundt pan. Ooh, coconut cake, lemon puffs. Ooh, that sounds delectable. Oatmeal cookies, boiled custard, strawberry pie, Elizabeth Barrett brownies. Have no clue. I'm loving it. Date nut cake. Ooh, what was that? Crab casserole. Ooh, yummy. Speaking to my heart. Oh. These are awesome. Peppermint ice cream. Look at the age on these cards. Okay. So anyway, I have this great recipe box. We will have to do something special with some of these recipes. She has a Play-Doh recipe. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, okay. I got overexcited. So this happy little joy I found. I'll probably keep the box and do something, like I said, do something fun with the recipes. Something I will be bringing to Friday's sale. Okay, here is a preview. I have not figured out the whole scoop. But first, I'm going to show you the belt buckle on this most amazing belt. And this red leather, which has this lovely, I think it's supposed to be a crocodile skin look in red. I'm not positive. And it has a hook here. And then, instead of being a middle hooking belt, it comes out and it hooks here. So it hooks behind you. So here's what got my attention about this lovely belt. First, I don't think it's ever been worn. Second, do you see that this is made in France, Paris by Lalique? Might be hard to see there. I'll have to see what I have to do to make that come in a little better. By Lalique, and it is marked Lalique on the back of the belt buckle. So this is a Lalique belt, which I had no idea. But yeah, it was, I found this at a sale. And I was like, oh, that needs to come home with me. Some of my people might really like that. My wonderful friends and people. It's a size 32, which is just a smidge small for me. But it is beautiful. And that will be on Friday's sale when I am on with Maria. See what I did with Caroline, Young Star Girl. And yeah, that'll definitely be at that sale. I think the belt is just magnificent. It kind of blew my brain. Let's see, what other little goodies did I find over the... Oh, we went to a thrift store and found some felting supplies. Felting supplies are rare to happen. I found this is a felting block. It's for more, it's like when you're making like your flowers that you want to put on stuff, and when you take it off of this, it just kind of gives you a nice thin, that way you're not poking into quite as stiff when you need a little more movement. All right, and I found an amazing tool. It is can't remember if this is what the ergonomic one, safety locking, might not be the ergonomic one. Oh, it has also, wow, I didn't expect it to have all that in there, but this is it has 5 needles in it. So this is for needle felting, for poking. And yeah, 5 needles, nice shaped handle. Most of the Clover products are extremely nice for, they're a good product. They're good quality. So they're really nice for when you're working with your stuff. All right. No idea all that information was in there, so I want to keep this all together. Oh, wow. It has tons of information on the inside. So yeah, I'll keep all that together and make sure I do my appropriate reading so I know what I'm doing when I'm doing it. Found a set of sample felting needles, which is really awesome. I did order a lot of these from Temu. But I love the fact that this has a nice description with them as well. And it talks about the best way to use these. And this was a needle felting sample pack. And it gives a little more information on the back. So it was lovely to find felting stuff. We went to a different sale and they had 3 different tubs of fiber, like yarns and things. And a lot of them are natural fibers. As a matter of fact, a majority of them were natural fibers. And he's like, well, how about $5 a tub? And we're like, yeah, no. And he's like, how about $10 for all 3 tubs? 2 of them had lids, 1 of them did not. And we were like, oh yeah, we'll take that. So my friend Christine and I split them, and I came home with a tub with a lid on it full of fiber. So alpaca, wool, different styles. So some is ribbed, some is called linguini, some is superwash. I learned so much about fiber and yarn types. It blew my mind. I was mind blown. Doesn't take much though. Then I found some old decks of playing cards, which I'm going to be making paper packs, and these will be included in the paper packs. So a set of playing cards with, it's hard to see, come on, a gentleman fishing, and it's got these beautiful sepia tones. So yeah, there it goes. So those will be in some of the packs of paper I create. And some ducks. So I like playing cards, and so I try and pick them up. And when I see older ones that I don't think I really appreciate the pattern with, that others out there would like them, and so I pick them up to include in packs with you guys. I found some other books as well. I'll have to bring those up and show you guys in a moment. I found a picture and I thought it was just beautiful. And I have a thing with pixies and fairies and then unicorns. So I got a fairy and a unicorn in one picture. I'm ecstatic, really ecstatic. So that'll go into my collection. I picked some, I had an order come in from Spectrum Art Creations. I purchased a stencil. They have a wonderful wizard Harry Potter-like thing from Ciao Bella, and a couple of those paper lines in. And I picked up some rice paper from those paper lines. So we have the castle, the owl, and then the architecture. These I will be using. I am so excited to use them. And we have, I like steampunk stuff, so we have Good Things Take Time, and it's beautiful. There's a little edge up here, and this spectacular gears and clock. And then the favorite one, my favorite one that I got, and I really wish I would have gotten more. They had it's almost the same size as like a newspaper, like the middle page of a newspaper when you just get one, but it's newspaper size, and it's the Wizard Daily News. You've got coffee circles, tons of really tight writing, small. And you have, it looks like a strip of Diagon Alley or any downtown wizarding shop strip. And a little more paper looks down here, tickets. So I am very excited to use this. I haven't exactly determined what I'm going to use it on yet, but it was priceless. I was so ecstatic to see it. I was goosebumps. There we go. It was a goosebump moment. And then these are a punch out, and they're meant to be layered. And so they have the numbers, so you know which layer goes first and second. And I could not resist the beautiful birds and their flowers. Now, the wonderful thing about these, I can't remember which brand these are. These are by Katie Sue Designs, and they're made in the UK. And they are already perforated. So you just punch these right out. No fussy cutting, no having to go around the edges and deal with the scissors like that. And they're just so much fun to use. So I got some of those. They have this new product by 49 in Marketplace that Spectrum Art Creations is carrying, and it is, let me get to it here. Fingers don't want to work this morning. These are like film strips, and they've got them in pink and such, but I really loved the blue. And it is just like, it's like a little piece of the acetate like you would get around stiff, got your little holes, they're whole, so you can put your own image behind, make your own little strip of like film. I love them. I'm looking forward to using them, and I can't wait to show you guys the product, how I use them. Let's see, what else did we find? From Spectrum Art Creations order also. I really love their decoupage glue that they create. It works beautifully. I have not had a problem with it. I've used it a couple of times, and I have appreciated the results so much. So I got a refill bottle. This is their refill bottle, and their little bottle has a little brush in it for painting it around. I love this stuff, so I wanted a refill. Then they have been recommending Cosmic Shimmer glue, which is a specialist acrylic glue, and it's a little more high strength. It's excellent for like sticking things together, small things. I'm reading the back of it here, and it is it's weather protective clothing if necessary. Warm soapy water cleans it up, and it's got a nice. So I was going to use it, especially with this tiny tip for gluing tiny things into place that I was worried about holding. I've had this glue before in a pen. It came out like a PEN, like you would write with. And it is the Nuvo glue. And I really loved it when I had it, and I had not been able to find a replacement. And then I saw they were carrying it, and I got super excited. So yeah, believe it or not, I bought 3 different types of glue. These, I need to watch a video again, but these are Dina Wakley gloss acrylic medium, and it's really thin, and I think it'll move well on like a Yupo or other kinds of paper to do some great blending. And I love blending things with purples. And then I got some stencil butter. And this is, you lay it over the you put a stencil down, then you put a thin layer of this over the stencil, you lift the stencil off, and it will have it'll leave a thickness. It'll be raised. So when it dries, you can feel it. So I was very excited to try that. And I got some other things, but I really don't remember what they were. As I see them around the house, I remember what they are. Wow, I think that just about covers it. And there's some other bits and things I managed to find. That just, yeah, I came home with a carload of stuff. Feels like it anyway. Some miscellaneous Christmas stuff that people didn't want anymore. And let's see. I found this guy at a sale. I don't indoor sale of some sort. I don't know if he was handmade. I don't think he was, especially since his pants have a hole for his tail. But honestly, I don't know. I haven't been able to locate like a tag saying, "Hey, I was made by someone." Yes, I'm putting my finger up his pant legs. I'm just kind of searching for a tag. But really, I am not finding one at all. So not on the clothes, not on the mouse. I think his shirt's on backwards. Anyway, he was fun. He was cute. And he just looked like he needed to come home with me. So got a little mouse. And see what else is in here. Okay, you guys have to check this out. I'm sure someone else out there has seen this, but I had not seen the fuzz-covered giant bells before. And it's so fuzzy. It's just like, it's not blocked. It's more like suede-y feeling, microfibery suede. I don't know, but it's amazing. And they don't make as much noise. I really like that calm down. Wait, that's a marble in there. That's one of those. Can you see the little green? It's like one of those little marbly things that they put in the for in your plants for like decorative glass stuff. It feels and looks like glass. Yes, it's a green glass. I can see it glow. So anyway, I thought it was fun. Now, for all those out there, I do hope to be doing a Christmas in July sale where I bring out my Christmas stuff and do a sale so I can get some of that moving and, of course, get everybody's brains in mind for the holiday. Yeah, so got glues for crafting. Found a few other things I hope to bring to you guys for sale. Let's see. What else is in the box? Then I got a wooden box. Wendy likes boxes. Ah, it's empty. I cleaned everything out of it. This is a box from Alaska. Alaskan Wild Berry Products. I do not know what came in the box. I do enjoy the box, though. I like all sorts of boxes, especially wooden boxes. I might use it to hold something. I might sell it. I might turn it into something else. I haven't quite figured it out, but it's just look there. Anchorage and Homer, Alaska. Not sure what the box was for. We'll figure things out. Let's see. I really don't know what to craft on this morning. Managing things is kind of on my mind. Oh, I don't know if I showed you these last week. I think I did. We do want to try working with these. And these are lipstick applicators. And I'm hoping that they work well for applying that paste that gives me this vintage look. This browny, this brownish color on everything. So I want to try using those. Maybe it'll be less messy now. Well, let's see. I thought I had one of these little things to try this out on. Where'd it go? I think that's my my thing. I'm a where'd it go girl because I can't keep track of where everything goes. I picked this up from the Dollar Tree, and I thought that it might behoove me for keeping my projects smaller. I tend to bring out way too much stuff, but if I only have this much space to put stuff in, well, then maybe I'll keep the whole mess a little smaller. That's the thought process there. No guarantees. Oh, there it is. Yay. Okay. So we got one of these. This one is for Christmas. I don't know if I'm going to make her creepy or not. We'll see in a minute. We just haven't quite got that far. Let's try out our new product. Try out the new. All right. So I had laid my vintage paste down the other day, and I picked it up and I noticed it was oozing some part of this paste material was oozing out of the bottom. So I grabbed a pair of my pliers and I crimped the bottom. I re-crimped the bottom nice and tight. And then I put it into a baggie just in case. I didn't want it making a mess everywhere. So that was the thought behind that. So let's start out. We'll get into these. So I was kind of looking for a specific type of foamy end, I guess. And this isn't too bad with texture. It's got a nice stiff handle on it. And it also has, of course, that little point it comes to. So I'm hoping that that will make application onto these a little easier. I didn't bring paper towel, but I do have a second one for buffing. Okay. I always have to remember to have an extra towel around when I'm using this stuff. When I'm using this so that I can rub off the excess. So let's get in here. Get some of this out. Looks like some of it has dried around the cap. It came off nicely, but I want to make sure that I clean that off before I put it back together again. And I'm going to use a little tool. It has a little cap that likes to go over the edge. It's a little bubbly piece from the inside of the cap. So I just kind of peel this off and put it back into cap. That way when I put the cap on, it does its job. There we go. And it is back in the cap. All right. Now, use this stick, clean a little off. All right. And now we're going to check this out, how it works. Let's do a little mixing in the lid so that we, inside the cap, so we get the product mixed up just a little bit. Scoop some up. Well, it's holding onto the cap nicely, or onto the applicator nicely. Smear it around, see how she goes. So one thing I realized working with this stuff is that it, because this is resin and its porousness is so much different than like the houses I was working on, because they're ceramic and the ceramic doesn't have a coating. This buffs off really nice off of the resin. Yeah, resin. Let's do the bow up real nice. Just kind of want to get into all the cracks and crevices. I try and avoid getting it on the back only because after doing the other two, I noticed that if I can keep the back clean, I might keep my hand clean. Hello, Mr. LePage. Exactly. Exactly. I bought some new glitter. Well, it's not new to me, or it's not brand new. It was new to me. I picked it up at one of the thrift places I went yesterday. No, day before yesterday. I went on Saturday. My friend Christine took me out for quote unquote brunch. We don't really eat the same. We don't really have full meals until later in the day. So she picked me up and we had we had beignets. Oh my gosh, it was a beignet day. Oh, I love beignets. We had so much fun. So we drove around, went to thrift stores, and had coffee and beignets in the car. So in between each stop, we had another beignet. Oh yeah, beignets rock. I'm so into them now. I'm so glad you could stop in. It has been a minute. So yeah, I try and do crafting Mondays now, and I'll be on a sale on Friday with Caroline Yunstar Girl on her Friday sale. And if you caught me a little earlier, you got a tiny preview. I will be bringing a Lalique belt. You got that. You heard that right. It is a belt from the glass company in France, Lalique. I am so excited about it. I want to do a little more research, but yeah, really beautiful glass belt buckle, and never used, just super excited. And then yeah, just kind of crafting, trying to get the crafting going again. There's another change coming up around my household in the near future, so we'll see. That may just get me some more airtime. I might have to come on a little more. I will. Yeah, she'll be on. I should talk to her Friday. Her sale. Okay, this is working really better than I expected. I'm gonna get a little more. Yeah, this applicator's working well. Oh, yeah. I talk to her off and on. She's super busy. crafting a lot, trying to find great items and make great items to bring everybody. She's got a sale going on right after me. About 10:30. I can't remember which time she starts. I think it's 10. I'm supposed to be off by 10. Well, okay, I try to not go over an hour because, well, it's Monday. Everybody's got stuff to do. There's other shows, and Mondays are the day that I'm supposed to figure out everything I missed last week and try and do it this week. So, because last week was my birthday on Friday. Well, no, yeah. Last week was my birthday on Friday, just a couple days ago. So I really didn't get as much done as I should have. I did finally get all my monsteras transplanted into their own pots. That took a lot more soil than I anticipated, but that's okay. I'll get more if I have to. And I'm going to have to. I've got more plants that need transplanting. And it's like, your soil ran out. I'm very happy, though, with the soils that I did do. I purchased some Miracle-Gro potting soil, and it was like, extra blooms. It wasn't like it's specific indoor. It was just like extra bloom potting soil. And I'm like, okay, I can use that. And then I got a bag of Happy Frog. Happy Frog is some great soil, in my opinion. And it had a lot more perlite in it that I needed to help mix in to get that good drainage. Now we need our toothbrush. Where's our toothbrush for doing this? I moved it to here. Okay. Now we have our toothbrush. So yeah, I liked the amount of perlite it had in it to help that. And if I didn't have enough, then I had also purchased something. I had also purchased what I thought was perlite, but it wasn't. It was pumice stone, but that's okay. Pumice is a lot like perlite. Perlite tends to be a slightly drier. Exactly. So it always turns out to be slightly dry. Perlite is slightly drier. I think pumice stone holds the water slightly better, but it still gives that good drainage and aeration that soil needs. So, all righty. I love the toothbrush for just working into all those cracks that I seem to miss. And with the applicator, that lipstick applicator for applying this stuff, it's gotten really good coverage on the tops so that when I scrub with the toothbrush, it all just works in really nicely. Okay. Looks like that applicator idea is going to work. Yeah, I bought a Monstera from Trader Joe's. I am to the point now where I recommend plants from at least my Trader Joe's. I don't know if you guys have good plants at your Trader Joe's, but ours is excellent. Bought a Monstera or a pot that had Monstera in it. Had Monsteras. Absolutely beautiful. $13 I paid. Brought it home. Had one little spot that needed trimmed, so I put it in the water. And it started without any problems. And then when I went to transplant my Monstera, I broke all the plants down, and there were like 6 in there. So now a couple have pots together, and the big ones are all in their pots. And yeah, the only problem is now I need more soil because I still have an elephant ear to pot and a palm that needs transplanted. And my Polly the palm, is just as big as some of these Monsteras, at least bulb-wise. So gonna have to work on that. That's next. But I want to do some crafting. That was one reason I wanted the monsteras taken care of and transplanted, was so that I could do some crafting and not feel guilty that I had plants that needed transplanting. Plant guilt. It'll get you every time. All right, so she's pretty dark. There are still some white spots tucked into the corners, but we can always get those later. And now we're going to take another towel and we're going to rub stuff off and let's buff her out. Let's see how well she will look. So yeah, it's the tinting absorbs in. Oh, yeah. Ooh, look at that. I'm smearing it on me. Let's put the lid back on. Put the lid back on so I don't make a mess. Good, good. Good. Lid is on. Set that over there. Now we rub off the extra. Keep rubbing off the extra. So the tips of the ivy leaves, holly leaves, some of the bow, her cheeks, her nose, tops of her hair. We're just going to buff off some of that and it leaves some really excellent highlights. Let me try and knot that up into a ball. Stuff it down there so it can buff what highlights are in the crack. Crack buffing. Ha 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 ha. All right, that's actually not too bad. And that's just basic. So there she is. So yeah, that didn't turn out too badly. I really like that look. So yeah, trying all sorts of new stuff. So yeah, and working with camera. And I only got one hand super dirty. The other hand stayed really clean with that applicator. I'm happy with that. Boy, my meds didn't settle on my stomach right this morning. Sometimes I got to take a medication, those ones that come in the caplets, the capsules, and they got like a powder on the inside. And as soon as the capsule disintegrates, all you're left with is powder. Woo. Yes. Well, I'm not sure if you've seen what I have been doing. I had another set. I have these other cherubs, and they're the ones I started. And everybody told me they needed to be creepy. So I made creepy cherubs. Come on, focus. You know you wanna. Creepy cherubs. Black roses on their head. I'm going to be using the Milliput as soon as I find the pins and turning these into brooches. I thought of making some that weren't, you know, evil looking. But there was definitely a high request for evil looking ones when I started this out. Whew. Well, definitely need soap and water today for my hands. So yeah, it does. It gives a little glow. And if you keep polishing it out, you can get that cheek and that nose really, really. There we go. She's even a little brighter in the face. So the more you buff it, the shinier the white pieces come out because it is resin. Only one problem there, and that's the way her inside eye looks. Ooh, I might have to put something else down in there to buff her eye out. The inside eye has a little too much dark on it. Exactly. I think a lot of people have are wanting to do like a more Halloween theme every, it's like take Valentine's Day and mix it with a little Halloween, or take Easter and yeah, make it a little creepier. I've got to find out, and I can't remember. I researched it once. I can't remember where the murder bunnies came from. But I love murder bunnies. I think they're awesome. Anything that they take that's, sweet and good, and then they just creep it out a little bit. It's been the new thing. There are days I really wish The Walking Dead would have never come out. I'm not a big Walking Dead fan, and it seems like that's one of the influences of things going to the creepier side, and that's the Walking Dead element. Wipe it off the back. She's just got this place in her eye that doesn't look right. I have to try and fix it for tonality's sake. There we go. We go. So yeah, I'm trying to be on every Monday morning at 9 a.m. Pacific time, me here on the West Coast. I was a little concerned if we would have weather issues because, well, it was snowing here. And my valley very rarely gets snow. Maybe only once a year. And for the last 4 days, for the last 3 days, I've been waking up to snow. And that's supposed to stop real soon. I think I've got one more day where I have the possibility of snow, and then it's just going to stop. And we'll be done with winter for this season. Then we'll get a lot of rain. It'll do 2-3 weeks worth of on and off rain where it like drizzles, and then maybe the sun shines through in the morning, and it rains in the morning and the sun shines through in the afternoon, then it clouds back over in the evening and rains at night again, and it's just a repetitious thing around here. All right. Got about 5 minutes left, and we're going to call it for the day. Keep buffing her because I really want her to. I like how the white stands out. And with this design, all I've done is the cherubs. This is the first one of the angels with a bell or something like that I've done. I might, if I can get it to the where I want it, come back over with like a pearly sheen. A couple of people were mentioning that some of them needed a little sparkle. Even if they're evil, they need a little sparkle. Because, well, if Twilight taught us nothing, it's that evil can sparkle. I'm sorry. Sparkle that evil. I do too. I'm sensitive to pressure changes, barometric pressure changes. So I like it when we get a nice calm in between all of it. And what it does is it gradually like flips the other direction. It'll go from more rain in a week to less rain in a week. And the next thing I know, summer's here and we won't see rain again for 2 months. We'll see how it goes. All righty. So I think I'm going to refrain from making her evil. And we're going to see just what kind of interesting effects maybe we can get with some other things, with some sparkles, with a little bit of different paint, things like that. And I will keep her. I will let this stuff set real good. And we'll come back next time or on another one, on another Monday, and we'll give her wings a little sparkle, and we'll give her bell a little gold highlights. And maybe we can find some nice sparkly red that will make a good highlight for the ribbon and her jacket. We'll see. Oh, yeah. I have special migraine medicine. I don't know how bad your migraines are on a regular basis or not. Mine were much more consistent. I take an L-tryptophan bromide, I think. L-tryptophan hydrobromide. I'll have to look at it. But I greatly recommend it. It is really cut down on when I do have migraines, the extent. And evidently, I was told what it does is it opens up the blood vessels so that you can get more blood flow to the vessels that needs it. I actually have to get mine refilled. So yeah, she's not bad. I wish she would focus up a little better. Whoops. There we go. So I like how much came off. I really do like how much it lightened up. And I know the focusing is not great, but let me see if I can get a little closer and show you the detail that it brings out. Come on, focus. Just not having focusing luck with this camera today. But there are little itty bitty, like, there we go, stitch marks in the glove. There's a texture on the jacket and on the fur on it. So yeah, we'll try and do something so that those dark bits stay noticeable, and then add some color to it or some shimmer. So we'll do that next time. I'm going to let her dry out. She won't go evil. We will keep her goodness. Yep. And yep. Oh, I understand. Usually mine, I'd gotten to the point where mine were so bad when I would have them, I would have to go into the hospital. And they would give me a room and they would turn the lights out and they would give me IV anti-nausea medication and IV pain medication. And eventually it would mellow out. So then they prescribed the hospital grade anti-nausea medication for me that dissolves under my tongue. And usually I've even had that thing fight off puking from the flu. That on the oh, I don't remember the name of it. On it's Zofran. Zofran is the hospital name for it. When you go to the doctor or to the pharmacy and have it prescribed, it has another generic name. So, yeah. So, I have the hospital grade anti-nausea, and then I have the L-triptyline for the migraine. And then I also noticed that a lot of my migraines were being triggered by my vision. So my doctor, I can now get my healthcare to at least pay for an eye exam, but I can't have it get my glasses for me, which are even online at least $100 a pop. And then because of my lenses and my eyes are so bad. And then I have the L-triptan. And then when none of that works and I need, because you can only take so much L-triptan in a 24-hour period, I also have hydrocodone, so like Percocet, for when my migraines are so bad that the migraine medicine isn't helping. So yeah, I have at least 3, if not 4 or 5 medications, because like I say, I also take, oh, did I mention Sudafed? I also take Sudafed on a daily basis to keep my sinuses cleared, because sinus headaches also kind of cause migraines for me. So pretty much anything to avoid pain in my head is the way I live my life. As a matter of fact, when I do my shows, this is the most light that is in my house at one given time. I have black curtains all throughout my house. 90% of the time, the lights are kept off. It's I've lived with it all my life. It started when I was in high school. No, started when I was in junior high. It started my 8th grade year of junior high. Yep, my 8th grade year. I started with the migraines, and they have never gone away since. I've had them to the point a couple of times where I could not speak, and when I did, it just came out garble. It just came out like garble. I was thinking to say something, and my words were just mumbo jumbo. So, yeah, and I have fibromyalgia. So yeah, I take Lyrica for my fibromyalgia 3 times a day. Actually, I take it for fibromyalgia and for neuropathy. And then I take an A, and come to find out, I have ADD, so I take an ADD medication. It's amazing hearing like shorts on YouTube. I've got ADD, and this happens because of it, and I'm like, wow, the same thing happens to me. So yeah. And then what else? I have low thyroid. Supposed to be taking some B12 medication, but because my B12 is low, but you got to take it with food, and I don't really. Yeah. So like beignets. I wish I could have beignets every morning. I would definitely eat breakfast then. And yeah, just yeah. I'm applying for some new therapy, and they wanted a list of my medications that I take, and I take like 6 on a daily basis, 7 on a daily basis, 6 or 7 daily. different kinds. And then overall, I had 16 medications on my list. So yeah, we make it around. We figure it out. We make it through. All right. Yeah, I am still buffing on this as I've been talking to you because I just can't stop. So now I'm stopping. It would, unfortunately, my insurance company won't cover a massage every week, or trust me, I would be there. I did find a couple of things that I like that help, but unfortunately, I can't afford to continue. I tried AG1 for a while, which is I'm sure you've seen the advertisements. They've been all over YouTube and everywhere. And that is a supplement drink with it's greens and probiotics and prebiotics and mushroom health and all sorts of just amazing goodness in it. And it was helping. It was helping with my IBS. It was helping with my energy. It was helping with my mood. I was chipper. I wanted to do things. Even the days my body didn't want to work with me, I was much more there. Unfortunately, I cannot afford the fee. It just I can't make it in my Social Security budget. God, I want to so bad. It helped so much, and it tastes so good. I didn't think I would like how it tastes. Oh, but it is amazing. So yeah, I'm just in a bit of a holding pattern, trying to drink more water. Unfortunately, the only way I managed to get water is through coffee, and I don't think that counts. But yeah, it was so good to chat with you. Sometimes I don't see anybody for a while, and it's difficult. I only know one person around here. Oh yeah, yeah. I love back scratches as well. It gets so bad. Where's that? I have two back scratchers. One is supposed to be laying on this table, but it's not because I adjusted things. But yeah, there's one here and there's one in my bedroom. And yeah, I used to get massages from my other half, but it really hurts his hands. His hands have been totally rebuilt. And things will be changing soon. He's going to have to go back to Florida again. I don't have to worry about my blood pressure. That's one thing I have never had to worry about. Maybe when I was pregnant, at the end of my pregnancy, my blood pressure got a little high, but that was 17 years ago. And the joke with me is that my blood pressure is so low, I'm walking around dead. I may as well be the walking dead. So a little extra blood pressure doesn't hurt me. Um, I just got to make sure that it's not causing anxiety or the shakes. If I'm shaking, that means I need some milk and a piece of toast. Oh, yeah, I picked up so much stuff over the weekend. I've got so much crafty stuff. My friend took me out, and the two of us going to town can be dangerous. Found a place that was selling so many comic books, so many record albums, so many games, baseball cards. They even had little I don't know where I put them. They're little dudes. They're little. I thought they went to Hero Quest. I thought they were game dudes for Heroes Quest, but they were actually just old D&D little dudes. Wild men and sorcerer with flail. Silly things. But I like those kind of things. And so now I've got to that are I might have to check into that. I might have to check into that because yeah, he fell off a building in Florida years ago. And actually he fell off a lift and onto a roof and crushed one of his wrists totally. And the other one was broken, other hand was broken in multiple places. And they rebuilt it with coral. It was Florida. It was the early 90s, I want to say. The baby's been born yet? I don't remember. But anyway, it was back in the 90s. And so it's really hard on his hands to do massage. Also, I'm extremely sensitive and I'm sorry, he didn't follow instructions well. And I'm going to leave it at that. So, oh, I am just, I'm shocked that it's still snowing. Oh no, I'm over. All right. I'm going to have to let you go, sir. I'm so glad you stopped in to say hi. I'm here every Monday morning. And pop over to Caroline's channel. She's got a show she should have going right about now. Or if not, it'll be starting in just a few minutes. Because she either starts at 10 or 10:30, and I can't remember. So yeah, come on back next Monday. I'll happily keep chatting. Or send me a message on Instagram. An appropriate box and stick it in. Makes it a little in the middle. Good answer. Good answer. And if you use them on your bed to keep your bed level for long enough, they will gain in value. You too. Mwah. You have a wonderful day. Check out Caroline if you get a chance. And for all those catching this on a replay, don't forget to catch me this coming Friday on Caroline's channel in the morning. I believe it's a 10:30 Central. Are you guys in Central Time? I can never remember. And I believe it's 8:30 Pacific Time. So check it all out. Look forward to seeing you all again next Monday, and maybe I'll have a better plan in place. Fingers crossed. All right. Love you guys. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.